Shut up and sit down.
Greetings, fellow travelers. Oblix here, and today I want to talk to you about the Armand Basi rocket. How y'all doing today? So, here is the presentation, and it's pretty stellar, I gotta say. Good job, Armand Basi. It's a soft case, but for a soft case, it's pretty dadgum hard, and it is zippered, clamshell, basically. Let's pop this guy open. Now, with this watch, and it is a diver, comes a full kit of various bits and pieces. So you get the watch, of course. This particular one is on a stainless strap. They also give you a NATO strap. They give you additional spring bars. And what's not here on this one, but would normally be right here, is a tool. A spring bar tool to take the bracelet off and put on the NATO strap if you so choose. So I did buy this guy used from a member on the Watch Gang Exchange, and that's why the tool's not there. I guess they must have used it for something else before passing it along to me. So let's pull this guy out and take a look at him. And pull him off of the pillow here. And we'll go ahead and take out the NATO as well. And I have sized it. There are some extra links. You can pull this tray out and just use this for a storage case if you want. You just get a full-size storage case there, which is kind of nice. Not that I would ever do that, but you could. So here you go. This is an automatic. It's running the Seiko movement. I love this coloration. The combination of the dark gray with the cyan looks fantastic. So now if you'll notice, I'll pull it up and hopefully the camera will focus for you. See those really nice wavy lines in there? Yeah, those are super cool. I like that a lot. Really adds to the character of this guy. And then the light blue cyan basically on the bezel is really nice. It is unidirectional. It's got a nice click to it. You hear that? It just feels good. That's easily 120. Just great bezel. Good lume on it all the way around. And the red second hand, is really a nice touch. And let me move these hands out of the way for you so you can see both of them clearly. See how the minute hand is kind of an arrow, and the hour hand is a little more stubby with a tight little point on it. Full display case in the back here. If you can see that. A little hard on these stainless bands. A super fingerprint magnet. So I've switched over to the gloves because this guy is a fingerprint magnet. Well, it has a lot of shiny surfaces, so it makes sense. And I want to give you guys the best view of this thing possible. So we're going to white glove it. So the faces here are all brushed, and then it's polished here on the sides, both sides. It is a branded crown, and it is a screw down crown as well. Then on the bracelet, you have brushed on the outside and polished down the middle, all the way around, and it's actually a really nice polish. They did a good job. The brushing, it's a little hit or miss. On the bezel, you have an aluminum insert. and it is polished around the grips here, the knurling. So it is pretty easy to grab a hold of, especially here on the sides where I'm grabbing right now. It's a little tougher up here, so if you're one who likes to grab from here, it's a little bit harder, but the sides is definitely not bad. It is a double clasp, so one click and then a fold over and a click, and it is of course branded. Now I did have some problems with this guy in sizing this bracelet. There wasn't a great position for me. The best I could do was with this tongue hanging out like this, and I absolutely don't like that at all. I prefer to have it down here where it's really should be, down here in these holes, but I've actually got it up here on the second hole. It's the only way I could find that it would actually fit my wrist. Added links, took links away, did links on one side, links on the other side. I sat here for a long time fiddle farting with this thing to try and get it to work, and that's the best I can come up with, and it does fit well right now. I don't normally have that problem with bracelets. This is the only watch I've run into thus far that I've had that problem with. Screw down back, of course. It is, a dive watch, so it is water resistant. No surprises there. And this particular guy, I believe, is 10 ATM. So down to about 100 meters. So what I want to do is I want to take some weight measurements and such with the metal bracelet, because this watch does actually come with both the metal bracelet and the NATO strap in the box. I want to kind of compare and contrast the two. So we've got it on the bracelet right now, so let's get a weight on this. Then we're going to switch over to the strap and get a weight on that, and you can see both. You can take a look at it both with the bracelet and the strap and see which one you like the best. So get this guy, tear it out, drop it on here, and look at that. It is a serious chunky monkey, 6.14 ounces. It is heavy, guys. A lot of the weight is up here in the watch itself. It's a big heavy metal, but the bracelet definitely adds to that, guys. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Well, I'm sure we'll see quite a bit of savings when we flip over to this, to this super light NATO strap. So let's take a quick look at it while we've got it still on the bracelet, on the wrist. Now, quick wrist check. Today, I am wearing something special. This is a Casio Pro Trek, and it is the carbon fiber edition. It is super nice. Lots of cool functions and features in this guy. Very super cool. We'll definitely take a look at him down the road. Get him off. And pop open the Basi. And first we'll take a peek at it your way. And there we go. It's a good wrist filler. Let's actually pull this glove down a little bit. I don't want to take it off because I don't want to get fingerprints all over the watch. I want you guys to have a real good look at it in its natural state. There we go. Alright, let's switch it around my way. And we'll slide this guy on and get him buttoned down. And double clasp. And you can see, I was able to get him to fit pretty well. With that bracelet, even though I had to pick some wonky places, on the bracelet, that I wouldn't normally pick. But it is a good wrist filler. It's very comfortable. I don't like that. It just bugs me. I wish it weren't that way. But again, I do have slightly over a 7 wrist, so if you have some other size, you probably won't have that issue. It's just my specific sized wrist is a problem for this guy for whatever reason. Not something I've run into before. Alright, so we've got this guy on good. We've checked him out. Let me get him flipped over to the NATO strap, and then we'll take a look at him there. Alright, working Michael Jackson style here. I did want to show you while I've got it off. Got the bracelet off. The end links are, in fact, solid. Don't always find that, especially in less expensive watches. These will be hollow, but these are solid end links. Pretty nice, and it's a good opportunity for me to show you that movement while I've got the bracelet off. Wow, words out of my mouth. So while I got the bracelet off, you can actually get a good look inside there. So yeah, hopefully you can see that. You can see the flywheel right there, or the spring, doing its little thing around the rotor there, and with the rotor there as well. Pretty cool. So let me get these spring bars reattached, and then we can pop the NATO strap in. Alright, got the spring bars back on there, and you always want to make sure you give these guys a good hard tug to make sure they are in fact seated really well before you do anything with them, because if you're wrong, your watch is going to take a tumble down to the ground. You've seen me guys install this 100 times, but we're just going to go between the watch and the spring bar and slide it on up. Remember, buckle always goes to the 12 o'clock. Take it to the top and come back through in between the watch and the spring bar again. Pull it on taut. Take this back flap and just route right through it like so. Then just line the watch up right in the middle between the two buckles. Between this buckle here and this buckle here. Now, as long as those spring bars hold taut, the sucker's not going anywhere. And in fact, NATO straps are really cool because if you're wearing, if you have this bracelet on there and one spring bar breaks, your watch is going to take a tumble to the ground. But if you're wearing a strap and one spring bar breaks, your watch is still going to hang on. So you actually have to break both spring bars to lose the watch for it to actually fall to the ground. So there's an added benefit to having these guys. Now, we'll take a look at it on the wrist in a second, but the thing we really want to know is how much lighter did this guy get? What were we? I think we were looking at 6.14 if I remember right. What's it now? Wow. 3.6, guys. That means this bracelet and these two end links are 3 ounces. 2.987. We'll call it 3 ounces worth of weight. So there's a huge chunk of your weight on that watch to make it a chunky monkey. Without that, riding on the NATO, 3.6, it's no longer a chunky monkey. So it's back into the very comfortable range. Now, if you like steel bracelets, you're probably used to that, that extra weight, but I think it's good to illustrate the difference to folks that really haven't dealt with NATO straps before. So let me slide the glove down a little bit, and we'll show you on the wrist. And you guys let me know down in the down yonder what you think. Stick with the steel bracelet or stick with the NATO strap. There it is your way. Let me flip it over my way and actually cinch it down. Always tough to do on camera for whatever reason. I don't know why. If you've got an odd-sized wrist, a NATO strap like this is definitely the way to go, because they have so many adjustments. that you're not going to run into the problem like I ran into with that steel strap. Now this is a little bit long, so I'm going to have to do the old tuckaroo, which is why I've pulled it off camera to actually get it tucked up under there. There we go. And there you go. Nice. And you guys have seen me do the old tuckaroo before in previous videos. I think we did it on the Morphic last, if I remember right. Yeah, this guy. Remember him? Yeah, we had to tuckaroo him as well. I gotta say, I'm liking that NATO strap. The colors look great, and again, this comes with the watch, guys. It's not something, it's not like the Morphic, like this guy, where it came with a leather strap, and we were like, this watch really doesn't go well with a leather strap. Let's get a NATO, throw a NATO on there, and improve the watch, where we had to pay an extra $12 to get the NATO strap. Here, this guy just came in the package. And you can always flip back to the steel bracelet anytime you want. Fantastic. Alright, so let's put the calipers on this guy, since we haven't done that yet. For the time being, we'll leave the NATO on. And we'll go across, and we're looking at a 40, we'll call it a 44. Cross through the crown, we're looking at a 47, and then lug to lug, you are looking at a 52. Now, of course, straps are replaceable. You just saw me do that. And you're looking at a 22. So any 22 band or strap is going to fit this guy. So I got to tell you guys, I am very impressed with this guy. He's for the value, and we haven't even talked about that. Let's get into the value. Alright, so Armand Basi wants $496 for this guy. Again, retail prices, you're a crazy person. You guys have all heard this 100 times. You're finding them out and about for $150. And let me tell you guys, getting, this whole kit with the watch, this stainless steel bracelet, the NATO strap, the tool, the extra spring bars, all for the $150 is absolutely worth it. It is a good deal, and it is a good quality watch. 316L stainless steel all the way around, sapphire crystal, and a good thickness on it, and it's rocking the Seiko NH35 movement. Now the Seiko NH35 is hackable, and it is windable. So if you unscrew the crown, that guy's screwed down pretty good. You unscrew the crown, if you pull it out of your watch box and he hasn't been used in a while and he's power reserve is empty, just unscrew the crown, give it a few winds. You can hear it ticking. It's going to wind it up. It's going to get that second hand moving. Pull it out to the second position, and you'll see that second hand has stopped. Thus, it is hackable, and you can set it to an atomic clock to verify if it's hitting or missing. And this guy hasn't really lost much time. He's been very, very respectable in the amount of time lost. We're talking seconds a month, right? Versus much, much cheaper watches that are going to lose considerably more. Now, what would I wear this guy for? Well, it kind of depends on, which of the two straps you go with. With the stainless strap, you could definitely get away with it in the office. Probably not so much with the NATO. NATO's going to be more for, hanging out on the weekends, going out after work. The loom on this is really good. I'll put a loom shot in for you. So it can definitely be used in in the evening as well as in the daytime. So pretty much a good all-arounder, especially with the fact that it comes with both bands, and the bands can serve different roles. So I think that's going to pretty much do it for the Armand Basi rocket. A cool little piece. Definitely like it. A great diver. It doesn't go super deep, but let's be honest, most of us aren't going down 100 feet anyway. We're going 12 feet in the swimming pool. For that, it's going to rock on. The rocket will rock on. How about that? So, I do think that's all the time I got for today. Sure do appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me. And, as always, till next time, get out there and make some noise. We'll see you.